Good morning, learners. So what we'll be doing today is what we call algebraic expressions. So today's date is 24 October 22. Now we will be doing what we call algebraic expressions, but with special focus on what we call the algebraic language. Algebraic language. Now, if you remember very well, this is one of the things that you covered in grade 7. So, just to check if you still remember these things, I have just a few questions for you. So, it says you need to identify. To identify what? Variables, as well as what? And constants in these expressions. Right. This is the instruction. You need to identify the variables and constants in what in the following expressions. One expression, how does it go? It says 65 plus 4. The other one, what does it say? It says, what does it say? It says x, y, minus 3. Now, we also have the third one. So, what we have to do here is to only identify the variables as well as what as constant. So, the other one says 20n plus n squared. Now, can you please assist me in identifying the variables as well as constant? Right. What's the variable here? Which one is the variable? Is it 65? C? Is it plus? Is it 4? Right. The variable here is C. Variable is C. The constant is, yes, the constant is 4 plus 4. Now, moving on to this variable here. Our variable here, in this case, we have two variables, which is x and y. So these are our variables. Now, the constant in this case, constant, what's the constant in this case? Yes, Samge? It's 3. Can you please type in? Yes, it's minus 3. The constant is minus 3. So it's not only 3, but it's what? It's minus 3. We need to consider the sign as well. So our constant in this case is what? It's minus 3. We are still going to explain. Right here, in this case, as well as also have said, in this case, our variable, we have our variable being n, and we have our constant being 28. Being 28. So our constant in this case is 28. Now, we said on grade 7, variables are what we refer to as letters in everyday life, but in mathematics we refer to them as what? As variables. In other words, they represent unknown values. Right? The constant is the one that doesn't change. In other words, it always stays the same. So 4 will always be 4, even if regardless of what you substitute on C. Same thing applies here. What letters do you have? It's x and y, and minus 3 is your constant, which doesn't change. Same thing here. The variable, which is the letter, is n, and what doesn't change is 28. Right. So that is what we need to. We'll be going into deeper details on in this lesson. So the lesson objectives of this lesson that we are starting on with today is that at the end of the lesson, you need to classify algebraic expressions as different types. You also need to define the terms of the term algebraic expression, because in as much as we are saying algebraic language, but what is algebraic expressions in fact? So you also need to be able to identify algebraic expression by looking at them. So you need to look at an expression and then identify which type of expression is that. You also need to note variables, constant, we talk of coefficients, and the other related terms that we'll see on our lesson. So those are the algebraic, those are the objectives of the lesson. Thank you.